Instagram are paying you up to 35,000 US dollars to post reels. Here's what you need to know. So 3 months ago, you may have seen me post a video hinting at Instagram dropping a Reels bonus where they would simply pay creators to post Reels and then they would get paid based on the amount of Reels or the amount of views on those Reels. And at the time, we didn't know too much about it. However, recently a subscriber of the channel sent me a message with some more information. She has been given access to the program and this is what it looks like. She's been offered a maximum bonus of $1,000 for a maximum of up to 1.09 million views. So just about 1.1 million views. And it says she has until November 27th to complete this. Now, the way this program seems to work is Instagram will offer you a certain amount of money. Not everyone is offered the same amount to achieve a certain amount of views. And I'm not exactly sure what goes into this. It seems very random. As you saw before, she was offered $1,000 to get 1 million views, which means for every 1,000 views, she's going to get paid about $1. However, she said she also has other friends who are creators who have been offered up to $35,000, and they didn't even have a lot more of an audience than her. This person who was offered $35,000 had about double her audience, and she was offered $1,000. She also had people who had half of her audience who were offered $5,500. So there seems to be no correlation between the amount of followers you have and the amount they're offering you. Potentially it has something to do with your niche, similar to YouTube. Because the way YouTube works is they pay you based on your audience and based on the amount of people who are viewing your content. So take my channel for example. I earn just under $20 US per 1,000 views on my video because a lot of you watching this video statistically are from the US, you're over 18, and most likely you are interested in business, digital marketing, social media marketing. And this audience is very profitable to advertise to because someone could sell a service which is hundreds or thousands of dollars per month, which helps with social media. Or someone could sell an investment where you put in money every single week into an investment and that bank or that share broker or that investment advisor is making a lot of commissions on that. So it's a very profitable audience to advertise to, and therefore I am paid a lot per view. Some of my friends in the make money online niche earn up to $50 per 1,000 views, and some people who are in generic niches, I have friends who were FIFA YouTubers back in the day, would only get paid $1 to $2 per 1,000 views. So it looks like this is somewhat similar in the idea that some niches and some audiences will pay out a lot more. Probably depends on how valuable that niche is to advertisers. So the amount you're going to get paid could vary a lot. Some people will earn a few hundred, some people can earn tens of thousands. But let's take a look at some of the rules and eligibility for this program. So here's an article on the Instagram help page. It's called About Reels Summer Bonus Program Rules. It says this feature is slowly being rolled out and may not be available to you yet. So I personally don't have this available on any of my personal accounts. As I live in New Zealand, I don't believe it's rolled out here. The person who sent me this is from the US. I've had a lot of people from the US send me this, and many of my clients who are from the US have had this for a while. Now it goes on to say, to receive a Reels summer bonus payout from Instagram, you will be required to comply with the program rules as referenced in the Instagram creator incentive terms, in addition to the program rules applicable to bonuses on Instagram. By proceeding with this program, you agree to these program rules. Now, this article pretty much just covers the rules and eligibility, and they don't really show a lot. But one important thing worth noticing is here, where they say once Reels summer bonus becomes available to you, so when Instagram give you the offer, you have 30 days to opt in and start. And once those 30 days start, so if you choose this on day 1, on day 15, on day 29, once you opt into it, you have 30 days to earn the bonus. And an interesting thing is, on the third bullet point, is during that period of 30 days, you may choose as many reels as you'd like to contribute towards this bonus. Now, based off the fact they're saying you have to choose reels to count towards this bonus, I would assume that Instagram will be running ads on those reels that you choose, or something will be happening there. Because for whatever reason, they're not just applying this to every single reel that you post. You have to select which reels you would like to be a part of this program. So I assume there'll be some sort of ad or some sort of promotion of Instagram, or maybe 1 in every 10 reels on this program sees an ad because it's only short content, or something along those lines. I'm not sure exactly how it'll work, but that's what I'm speculating. Now, they did say that if you permanently delete a reel, you may not get credit for it. common sense, don't delete reels. Pretty straightforward. And so pretty much what you want to do is, if you get offered this option and you are away, or for example, or you're really, really busy with work or your business or school or whatever, don't opt into it straight away, because then your 30-day countdown will start. And if you're away for a week, busy, etc., for that first week, then that is going to limit the amount of reels you can create and the amount of views you can generate, which will impact the amount of money you can make from this program. So my advice would be, when this comes up as an option, make sure you set a reminder in your phone for like 25 days so you don't forget, and opt in to start when you've got the time to commit to it. Then you've got 30 days to get as many reels views as possible to make as much of an income as possible from this. So during that period, create a ton of reels. Not only will this help you make money, but it will help you build your audience. If you posted a reel every single day for a month, you would see significant growth on your account, and you're also going to get paid thousands of dollars to do so. So like, this is such an incredible opportunity. Now, here's another article on the Instagram help site titled "About Bonuses on Instagram," where they once again say this feature is slowly being rolled out and may not be available to you yet. They also say that this feature is only available for business and creator accounts. Now, this should be common sense that if you're a private account or a personal account, you're not going to be getting paid. So you should be a business or a creator account if you're watching this anyway, but that is worth noting. Now, they say down here, bonuses are opportunities for you to earn money directly from Instagram. If you qualify to earn a bonus, you'll be notified in the Instagram app to onboard and enable bonus payouts. So if you qualify, Instagram will tell you. You don't have to go and search it out. Now, the way these work is you'll receive bonus earnings if you meet the requirements for each bonus. Approximate bonus earnings will appear on the bonus specific progress page. Now, I believe that is where it was saying that she will earn $1,000 for 1.09 million views. And if she gets more than that, she will just get the 1,000. If she gets less than that, I assume it is done like it's worked out as a percentage. So if you're offered $1,000 to get 1 million views and you get 500,000 views, I assume you would get $500. Now, all bonus payouts are processed at approximately 1 a.m. PST on the first day of the next month, which is quite a good payout time. If you earn money in January, you'll be paid on the 1st of February, which is actually better than how a lot of other platforms like YouTube work. On YouTube, you get paid on the 20th of the following month. So this one, you get paid straight away on the first day. Now, rules and eligibility. To receive a bonus payout from Instagram, you will be required to comply with the below program rules, which is you may at some time be informed that you are eligible to onboard to a bonus program. That eligibility may expire at any time. So earlier when I was saying you might want to wait if you're busy, whilst that is the case, if you're not busy and you have the time to commit to creating a ton of reels, jump on it sooner rather than later, because waiting will just potentially mean that you may lose eligibility. Now, I assume if you were eligible and you kept doing what you were already doing, you kept posting similar content, etc., then I can't imagine you would lose that eligibility. However, if you were eligible, you were posting content consistently, and then you started posting content that violated their guidelines, violent content, sexual content, misleading content, misinformation, etc., then you would probably lose that eligibility, and I imagine that's where it would come in. However, I wouldn't risk it. Now, they say to earn a bonus, you must meet all requirements for the relevant bonus program. For any bonuses available to you, you can see your progress towards earning that bonus on the progress page, which is accessible in bonus settings. Might take 24 hours to update your progress and or earnings. This is similar to YouTube. You don't get an hour by hour update of how much you get paid for your views. At each day, you get an update on how much you made for the previous day. Now, they go on to say Instagram will not pay bonuses for content reflecting misleading or inauthentic behavior. Now, misleading is pretty straightforward. Don't post misinformation. People should know that by now. Now, inauthentic behavior is interesting. There is no like black and white of what this means. However, a lot of the time when people talk about inauthentic behavior, that is the likes of engagement groups, power likes, and any of these where you're getting not fake likes, but it's not coming authentically to your account. And so if my content hadn't already convinced you to stop doing this because of the side effects it'll have on your growth, hopefully the incentive of money will stop you. Now, when it comes to what accounts can get monetized, they didn't really have anything on the Instagram creator incentive terms, which I was looking at. I read through this, there wasn't too much there, but they did have this one part here where they say your participation in any IG creator incentive program is subject to, and you agree to comply with, the Instagram partner monetization policies and the Instagram content monetization policies, which I have covered on the channel before. Now, if we click across to the partner monetization policies, you can see there is a bunch of policies here. Now, you have to comply with the community guidelines. These rules apply to all posts and interactions on Instagram, including rules against hate speech, calls for violence, and sexualized content. Any content posted by publishers or creators that violates the community guidelines, including policies regarding intellectual property, authenticity, and user safety, may cause publishers or creators to become ineligible or lose their eligibility to monetize using our features. If you believe that you have violated our policies regarding intellectual property, you can find more information or learn more about copyright trademark infringement. So pretty much common sense. Don't break the community guidelines if you want to get paid. Now, you probably didn't need me to tell you that. That was probably already something you're aware of, but worth knowing, which means that, like I say, if you're in any of those fringe categories, you're probably not going to get monetized. If you are reposting other people's content, so a page like mine, millionaire.dream, you probably won't get monetized. Whereas on an account like Cleverpreneur, one of my accounts where we create authentic content, that will likely be eligible for monetization at some point when it is rolled out in New Zealand. However, I'm not actually too sure on that specific side of things with that, because Instagram don't tend to love accounts that post about Instagram tips and tricks. So we will see. Now, there are 3 interesting points down the bottom of this article. Firstly, it says monetize authentic engagement. So creators and publishers can only monetize content that is consumed by their natural, authentic audience. This means that creators and publishers may not engage in any behavior that artificially boosts views or engagement. This includes manufactured sharing, which is coordinated distribution of content, often for compensation. Creators and publishers may lose the ability to monetize if their audience significantly consists of fake engagement, including but not limited to likes, follows, and views. I literally just touched on that. If you're using engagement groups to grow your Instagram to get more engagement, you're not going to be eligible. And that's fair enough. You should not be using these. They're not good for growth. They just make you look more authentic. They don't make you look more authentic. They make you look like cooler or look like you're more famous than you are, which is just silly. You should just focus on building an audience the right way. But yeah, if you're using that, you're not going to get monetized. Now, the second interesting thing here is develop an established presence. So creators and publishers must have an authentic, established presence on Instagram. This also includes maintaining a sufficient follower base. So if you don't have an audience, you probably won't get access to this. Now, they never say with this stuff what the count is. Like, is it 10,000 followers? Is it 50,000? Is it 100,000? Now, according to the subscriber who DM'd me, she said that she had someone that was a friend that had like 50,000 followers that had this. So it seems like accounts of that size have it. I don't know how low the count goes. And it may not even be a specific follower count. It may be a combination of average likes per post, average story views, and average reels views, for example, that they may look at and have a factor weighting each one that gives you an overall score. And if you have the right score, then you get monetized. Now, they also go on to say, finally, that the following political and government entities are ineligible for monetization: current elected and appointed government officials, current political candidates, political parties, registered political committees, government agencies and departments, and so on. So if you're a politician, probably forget about it. Now, another part of this article that is mentioned is creators and publishers posting content flagged as misinformation and false news may be ineligible or lose that there. So again, misinformation isn't going to work. The other thing I wanted to say is off topic of monetization, but Instagram can clearly tell when your content or when your engagement is not authentic, because if they're able to remove people from their monetization programs if their content is not getting authentic engagement, then they can tell if you're using these groups. So even if you're not in these programs, Instagram know when you're using engagement groups, and they will penalize you for it. Whether you have access to this or not, they will decrease your reach because of it. So you should just stop. Now, finally, I wanted to touch again on the Instagram content monetization policies. I know this has been a big video, which is probably somewhat boring. I don't know, but I just wanted to go through all of this information so you are fully clued up on how this works and can make the most of it when you get it. But lastly, Instagram content monetization policies. This is sort of more information on what you can and can't monetize on the platform in general. So this is not specific to the Reels Summer Bonus program, but just in general what you can and can't monetize. So you can't monetize static videos, static image polls. You can't monetize slideshows of images. This is not carousels, by the way. This is when you have a video that is simply a slideshow. Looping videos that just display the same segment multiple times. So if you've got a 3-second clip, you can't loop that 5 times to make it 15 seconds and therefore try and earn more of an income from it, which makes sense. You can't monetize text montages, embedded ads. You can't, which is pretty much for those of you who don't have it, embedded ads is when Instagram is already placing ads in your content. So some people have the ability to add ads into their videos and earn an income from Instagram that way. Not many people have this. Similar to YouTube, but on Instagram, if you've got that, you can't otherwise monetize it, but that shouldn't really matter. Now, you can't use engagement bait, content that incentivizes people to click a link or respond to a post through likes or comments. So the likes of content where you say double tap for this, double tap if you're going to be successful, double tap if 2022 is going to be your year, tag a friend for this, etc. You can't monetize that content, which is quite out there. You can't monetize content where you're soliciting engagement. Content that requires compensation in exchange for extreme behavior, such as consumption of inedible substances, graphic content, drugs, tobacco, alcohol, and disrobing or other sexual behavior. Interesting how they specifically call out disrobing, but not sure why that is. Now, prohibited categories that you can't create content in: misinformation, misleading medical information, anti-vax, and so on. Unoriginal content. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you are not creating the content yourself, you won't be able to earn an income. So for the likes of millionaire.dream, I probably won't be able to monetize that account. Now, restricted categories is debated social issues. I'm not going to go into all of those. You can pause the video and have a look if you want to take a look. Tragedy and conflict, same again. You can pause if you want to read through those. Objectionable activity, sexual or suggestive activity. Again, I'll let you pause those if you want to have a look. Pause those ones there for objectionable activity. There's the sexual activity ones, strong language, and explicit content. So that's all the stuff you can't do. So you have to be pretty brand friendly to be able to get monetized. But this works great for vloggers or beauty influencers or any educators who are teaching something. Any of that, totally fine. If you are a comedian that swears a lot or has vulgar language, so on, you probably won't get monetized. And that is all we know so far about the Instagram monetization program, specifically talking about the Reels Summer Bonus program. You can get paid anywhere from $1,000, which seems to be the lowest that I've seen, up to literally tens of thousands of dollars to create and post Reels. You'll be paid based on the amount of views that you get, and the amount that you are offered in total will depend on a lot of factors, potentially your niche, your audience size, the amount of views you consistently get. These are probably all things that Instagram are looking at. Now, if you are posting content that is against the community guidelines or anything that, just think about it with common sense, anything that a brand wouldn't want to advertise on, sexual content, violent content, lots of swearing, bad language, etc. If a normal household brand wouldn't want to advertise on your content, you probably won't be monetizable. And for some of you, that is totally fine, because you may swear in your content to build a deeper relationship with your audience, and that can totally work. There are a lot of comedians who have built an audience because they just say what they think. Sometimes that's swearing, sometimes it's really sexually explicit content, and they've built a strong audience which makes them millions of dollars through doing so. So you don't necessarily just have to follow these rules. You can do what you want, and maybe you'll make a lot more money by not following the rules. It's totally up to you. And on top of that, if you're not creating original content, you won't get monetized, of course. And like I say, this is not the only way to monetize. This is an additional way to add another income, but there are a ton of other ways you can make an income. I make thousands of dollars per month per account for selling shoutouts to brands on my pages. I also monetize through creating YouTube videos, which I then send people to. I monetize with affiliate links, where I'm promoting products and earning a commission. I've got a digital course, which you can find linked down in the bottom of the description. Sometimes I offer consulting, and my main income stream is my agency, where we run Instagram accounts for clients. So there are a ton of ways you can monetize. This isn't the only way, but hopefully that has given you some good advice, some good food for thought, and made things a bit clearer as to what you need to do. That's it from me. See you in the next one. Cheers.